Hey guys, Steven from Cafe Racer Podcast. And in the last episode, I talked about giving you guys a review of the Kali Protectives Tantra or Tantra helmet. So, what I got in my hot little hands here is a Kali Tantra or Tantra helmet. And this is their, I guess, for lack of a better term, their bargain basement helmet. Right now on Amazon, these things are going for about 119 bucks. So you really can't beat that. Let me back up a little bit, kind of show this to you. So what they sent me was the one in the kind of flat matte gray finish. It's got a really nice profile to it. And if you notice, it's really a simple mechanism on the side here to change shields. You just pull this back. On the other side, there's a lock. So once that engaged, the helmet doesn't lift. Open this and the visor lifts up pretty easy. Now, for the most part, the visor will stay up, but riding behind the Stelvio with its windshield, probably because of the airflow on there, it kind of tended to push the visor down, but that's okay. With the visor down, the helmet's pretty quiet, believe it or not. I would have to say it's more quiet than my AGV or the Arai I used to have, used to wear. The Arai Quantum that's sitting up there on the shelf that's been retired, this seems like, to me, subjectively, that it's quieter. Also, on the other side, you got a big lever over here that drops down a shade. This shade is probably one of the best shades I've used internally for an internal drop-down shade on a helmet. It's got great peripheral vision. It comes down. Your nose fits inside here, but all of them could be a little bit darker. This one's not bad though, and it works really well. And there's not a whole lot of area left once it's down. Because of this shade internally, that's kind of why you see this cutout on the front of the helmet here. That's where the shade is inside and part of their manufacturing process. Ventilation on this thing was phenomenal. You've got vents in the front here that slide back and forth, pretty easy to use with gloves. Vents on the top, again, pretty easy to use with gloves. They just slide forward. Really great. You've got some exhaust ventilation in the back, the Kali logo on the back. Back of the helmet has got the size. Now, this is a double XL shell with an XL interior. They just happen to have this ready to go to send me to try out. This fits great for me. So I don't know. I'm thinking that an XL helmet would have fit just as well because of the limiting factor of the liner. Very comfortable liner on the Kali helmets. It's a three-piece liner, two cheek pads pull out, and the interior liner pulls out. Basic straps with pads on them. Pretty easy to use. That's an interior view there. You also have two quarter-turn pieces in here, if you can see these. When you turn these, that shuts off the airflow completely going through the front. And there's also some exhausts here on the bottom. The EPS, the foam is channeled to here. Notice you've got some vents that go through here to the exhaust as well, to a Venturi effect to draw air out of the helmet. Like I said, for $119, this is a great helmet. You can't really go wrong. I find it really comfortable. Personally, I wouldn't choose this color. I would choose, there's an orange that they have or a lighter color, but I like the way this looks. I rode it to work a couple days, and there's a few little spots here and there that I think I can just wipe off that might be some insects that I might have hit. But other than that, this thing's a hit. Now, Kali's claim to fame is their technology. So what they do is they bond the foam, the EPS, directly to the shell. So there's no space between the liner and the shell, the EPS liner, the foam and the shell. So there's no second impact inside the helmet. Plus, the foam itself has got a cone shape to it that helps to absorb impact. And I'll put a link up in the show notes where you can find information about the technology behind Kali. But again, Kali Tantra or Tantra, right now on Amazon, you can find these through Kali for $119 in a variety of colors and sizes. And it's definitely a hit. I would recommend it if you want a full face helmet with a built-in visor. Stylish, very comfortable. I'd say you need a new helmet, try this from Kali Protectives. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Once again, thanks for listening to us. You can find us on the web at www.caferacerpodcast.com. We're on Facebook at Cafe Racer Podcast. Check us out on Instagram at Cafe Racer Podcast, and then Twitter at Cafe Racer Pod. So go out there and ride.